Hi, my name's Amanda. I'm a coach and a trance channel, and I love channeling different beings of light and bringing them forward to introduce themselves to you and share all of their wisdom, guidance, and support with you. Today, I'm going to be channeling Parvati, and she wants to talk about the innate human desire to put others before ourselves and deny our own wants and needs because it feels selfish to think about ourselves first. It's a really beautiful message about why that is, the way that we look at ourselves, why it feels wrong to want to pursue things that require us to put ourselves before other people, and how to notice that that's coming up for you in your life and how to work through that. I hope you enjoy this message from Parvati.
Hello, my children. It feels very good to have this opportunity to speak to all of you today. And I'm so honored to be here amongst you all and to share my wisdom with you. I'm bringing forward a topic that is very close to my heart and that I believe will resonate with many of you on the deepest level. And the reason why I want to speak into this particular topic today is because I have witnessed it inside of you for too long. And oftentimes, when we do not feel worthy of what we want, the notion that someone is going to come along and offer it to us willingly is what keeps us stuck inside of this mindset that we do not have the power to embrace it fully. Because should we choose to, we would be putting those we love behind us to step up to the pedestal that we deem to be selfish in doing so. But I am here to show you that this is not necessarily true. And the discomfort that you feel inside fully embracing a new sense of self will not mean that you must disregard those you love. It will simply mean that you must hold space for them in a new way that may perhaps benefit them in more ways than one. The reason why many of you choose to forego who you truly are in favor of the version of you that you believe to be more worthy is because if you take care of those you love, it gives you a job to do. It gives you a sense of purpose in your life. It gives you meaning and allows you to feel valued inside of those relationships. Because if you do not show up in that way, then you are not right. When you choose to put others before you because you believe that this is what gives you purpose and meaning, this is what creates the reality that you live inside of. And any time you desire to take a different course of action, it does not feel comfortable because there is a wrongness there. It is wrong to want something that is going to require time, space, and energy away from those you love because those you love need you. And on the deepest, most fundamental level, you need them too. Because without them, you do not feel whole. And I am simply revealing this aspect of your personality because I desire to show you the true dynamic of what's taking place for you. It is happening out of the kindness of your heart, but there is an element of unworthiness there that perhaps you may not have realized. It is possible to serve those around you and also pursue things that call to you separately. It must simply require you to see you in a new light, because as of right now, you do not believe that it is okay to do so. If you were to pursue something that calls to you, that requires your time and energy away from those you love, perhaps you will lose the meaning in your life that you have used up until now in order to feel a sense of fulfillment. If you choose you first, what will they think of you? What would it feel like to have those you love think differently of you? Perhaps they may see you as selfish. Do you not already feel that way from time to time? Perhaps they will see you unworthy of the thing that you desire. Is that not already alive inside of you? Perhaps they will think differently of you and not care to be around you anymore. Is that not already what lingers inside of you to the degree that you cannot be with you for longer than simply a few moments alone? What I'm showing you is that what you fear may happen inside of your dynamic with them is already at play inside of you. And you are simply foregoing taking a closer look at that in order to fulfill their needs before your own. Sometimes this is a dynamic that you chose to play out inside of your incarnation because you knew that it would require you to face an aspect of you that you desire to take a closer look at. And so this is not wrong. I'm not suggesting that you are wrong inside of these actions. In fact, I would like to reflect back to you that it is beautiful to care for those around you. But what I would like to demonstrate is that in caring so deeply for those around you, you choose not to care for you in quite the same way. And perhaps there is a middle ground that can be found here. Perhaps it is possible to both care for them in the way they need of you and also navigate a path that feels right for you. And in doing so, align yourself with both needs, theirs and your own. Part of the reason why I decided to discuss this in detail today is because I understand this division inside of you. I have experienced this too. This desire to serve those I love and this desire for something more that called to me that I did not quite understand how to fully embrace because I did not feel capable or worthy of what I wanted. And so I chose to forego what I wanted in order to serve those I loved. And it took many, many, many eons for me to come to terms with that choice and to make a different one. And sometimes it is the battle that must wage on inside of you when you are not yet ready to embrace something new. Because in doing so, you must face all of those fears inside of you that you are not worthy or capable of what you want, and that those around you will reject you for desiring it. But the reality is, they cannot reject you for more than they reject within themselves. And so they are simply rejecting an aspect of them. And it can still feel painful to realize this, to realize that they are no longer inside of your energy in the same capacity that they used to be. But regardless, there's discomfort there, my love. There's the discomfort that you are aware that you are giving up something that calls to you, or there's the discomfort that you are choosing you and making them see you in a new way. You get to choose which experience of you desire to have. But I would love for you to have this choice be conscious one, because when you can choose it consciously, the power inside of that shifts to you. And this is ultimately the gift that I would like to grant you today, is the gift of conscious choice. Because as soon as you make a conscious choice, you are choosing you first. You are putting you first, regardless of what that looks like on the outside. Understanding the choice that you make and where it's coming from means that you are taking responsibility for it. And in doing so, it means that you are standing in your power and saying, this is what I want at this time. And there's nothing more powerful than a person that chooses what they desire most, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if there's pain inside of it, and even if the people around them don't fully understand why. The choice in coming here inside of this lifetime was granted to you by you. The choices that you make inside of this lifetime are granted to you by you. But sometimes it does not feel this way. And that's where the pain sets in, is when you feel stuck and trapped in certain circumstances that you do not set for yourself. But when you can make choices inside of the circumstances that have been laid before you, this can feel completely differently. And this can allow you to see your environment completely differently too. And when you can see that the choices that you make dictate the reality you live inside of, you realize that the circumstances that you find yourself in have always been in flux. And you have every capability of changing them, even when it doesn't feel true. Call upon me anytime you want to be reminded of the choices that are available to you and how to stand firm inside of them, even when it means putting others first, and especially what it means choosing you in a new way that you have never given credence to before. I will help guide you along that path so that you can find the honor inside of it rather than the shame. Thank you for listening to me today and for allowing me to hold this space for all of you. I love you deeply and dearly, and I'm sending you so much love. Goodbye.